A number of conditions are usually triggered by something. Talk of something like sneezing. You realize usually there is something that makes someone sneeze, either smoke, either some strong cologne, some strong smell of something, either too much dust. And also even just something like, say for example, getting blocked. You might realize that some colognes make some people feel blocked. Other smells make people feel blocked and so on. And another condition or another condition that really might have some triggers, and sometimes we really might not know what has triggered it, that I would like to be talking about today is nausea. Hello everybody and welcome to Naomi's All-Inclusive World, where today I'll be looking at nausea and just how serious a condition it is, and especially in cases where it could stand in the way of you having a good time, of you enjoying a visit somewhere or enjoying a travel and so on, and just what we can do to make sure that we minimize this particular condition that I'm calling nausea. Now, lots of things trigger someone to be nauseated, trigger someone to have nausea, and among these things will be something like some people are just not very comfortable, say, with heights. So you realize that when they mount a hike or when they go up the craters or on higher heights, they feel nauseated. So you realize that such a person actually wants to vomit, such a person is feeling uncomfortable and so on. Other people actually feel the nausea when they get, say, even in an elevator, they feel funny, they feel like they want to throw up. Others also feel the nausea when they're traveling, and especially those who travel by water and by air. You hear that someone actually got to throw up a lot when they were traveling in a ship, because of a lot of water that was surrounding the ship and so on, or those ones that were traveling by air and they were probably not comfortable, so someone actually experienced the nausea and so on. Nausea in itself is really not a condition. It, however, can make someone's experience very difficult. It can make someone's experience uncomfortable, and also just can be a bit untidy depending with where it happens. Now, it's one thing if you feel nauseated in your house and you have to throw up and clean yourself. Imagine you feeling the nausea and throwing up in an event. First of all, it's messy, and then it's like vomiting that comes out of nausea is not nice. Vomit is just not nice. Now imagine that happening in an event, like a celebration, like a graduation, like a conference or something like that. It's like, it's so off-putting and so on. So it will help if you can actually know the triggers that make you feel the nausea on very personal grounds. Like, get to learn, are you a person who struggles with nausea? And if yes, what are actually the triggers that make you feel the nausea? Is it the height? Is it like some strong sense of, we have some things that really have very strong smells like, garlic, like onions, like some strong perfumes and so on. Are those the things that trigger you to feel the nausea? Or do you get nauseated when you are, in a plane, when you're traveling? Do you get nauseated when you're around too much water, when you're traveling in a ship and such like things? Do you get actually the nausea, for example, when you had too much to drink, and in this case, alcohol especially, because we've had people who actually have the nausea and they vomit around and just they retch when they have had alcohol drinks and so on. So be intentional with looking for what actually triggers your nausea feeling, so that then you actually minimize being in that situation or completely avoid it if you can. Say, for example, every time you drink alcohol, you actually have to vomit and so on. The question should be, do you really have to have that alcohol? If every time you have to drink it, like it makes you nauseated and you have to mess your clothes and just spoil people's atmosphere around you because of the messiness it brings with it and so on. So again, get to know what triggers your vomiting and work on that. Now, as I go along with this particular episode, I must mention that I am very grateful for Luberista, who have given us this venue to shoot this particular episode. Lubiri Spa is found in Embakasi, just adjacent to the Embakasi police station on Wanandege Plaza, the 4th floor. And make your way there for your nail spa, for your body spa, for your barber services, and so on, and you'll be glad that you passed by. They are well located, they have good space, and the ambience is just lovely. Like, you can really actually tell from the background and just from the photos that you'll be seeing in the episode. So anytime you are in Embakasi, remember Lubiri Spa. Okay, now another thing that I need to mention about nausea is nausea and vomiting are not a disease. Nausea is not a disease that you really need to go to hospital and get a jab and you get it fixed. It is not a disease. Rather, a symptom of different conditions, such as either an infection, such as a stomach flu, such as too much alcohol in your system, food poisoning, motion sickness that I've talked about, whether it's in a ship or in a plane and so on. You know, overeating. Sometimes actually people overeat and they retch or they vomit, blocked intestines, illnesses, and just so on. So it's actually it's a symptom of something else that is happening, but in itself, vomiting and just nausea are not a disease. And also, I must add, nausea in itself is not a disability. A child can feel the nausea and vomit, an adult can feel the nausea and vomit. So again, it is not really age respective. It's not like a respecter of age per se. And just so you are happy to know, you who struggles with nausea, it's not a disability. So you are not any less of a person by the fact that you struggle with nausea. You are still a human being with a name, with an identity, just struggling with nausea. Asante sana. I hope that is helpful to someone, to a parent who has a child who is always struggling with nausea whenever they travel or whenever they go high on grounds and so on. Or to any person who struggles with this, and I just hope this helps you get to know, to want to learn the triggers that actually make you feel nauseated and work on them, and kila kitu itakuwa sawa. So thank you very much for your time. Hit the subscribe button if you're a first timer, and for those who are my returning subscribers, asante sana. I will see you in my next episode. Don't forget to like and share, and I will see you. Bye.